Hello and welcome to Smaulgld's Gold versus the Dow analysis. Yesterday we took a look at silver versus the Dow, and today we're going to look at gold versus the Dow over the same 47-year period since 1970. So which has performed better over the past 47 years, gold or the Dow? Well, we saw that the Dow crushed silver over the past 47 years, but gold puts up a better fight. Well, let's take a look. So every day I update this chart here. You can see this year gold has been struggling to stay ahead of the Dow. It was ahead of the Dow for a good period of 2016, but this year it's kind of been up and down, and right now the Dow has the upper hand of so many ounces it takes to buy the Dow. There's your donation pitch for Smaulgld via PayPal, Bitcoin, Litecoin. Become a patron. Thank you very much for those who do support the channel. Now, gold versus the Dow over the past 47 years. Remember, gold wasn't even allowed to be owned by American citizens from 1933 to 1974, and then they had fixed the price at $35. And gold has had its spikes and its dives, but nowhere near the dramatic spikes and the dramatic dives that silver has had. So let's take a look at some of these charts here. Here's your pitch. If you want to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, you can sign up here and get $10 worth of free Bitcoin. Also, you can get a Ledger wallet, and you can through the site as well, and you can protect your Bitcoin private keys. Now, let's look at the gold versus, and I get a commission on that. I have to disclose it. Now, gold versus the Dow. 6-month chart, you can see, as I mentioned, for most of the year, gold has been outperforming the last 6 months, outperforming the Dow, but Dow has just recently continued to spike and pass gold. Let's look at some longer term charts. Also, if you're interested in buying gold, you can do so. We'll see as we go through. By the way, open this in your browsers. You can see the charts a lot better on the Smaulgld site than trying to follow along on the YouTube. But as you'll see as we go through, we'll have many gold offers. This is the Gold Eagle offer. You can compare pricing and shipping at SD Bullion, BJSC, Golden Eagle Coins, Money Metals Exchange. Compare pricing and shipping. You pay no more, no less than if you visited those sites directly. And Smaulgld gets a small commission. Not investment advice, but if you're interested, please check them out. Now, the 2-year chart, you can see that gold had a nice run for a few months, maybe almost a year, where gold was outperforming the Dow due to the Brexit worries, and then you can see Trump gets in, the Dow takes off, and gold has lost its upper hand against the Dow. Now, the 5-year chart, you can see gold was really on a tear here, but if you average it out in the 2015-16 era, the Dow managed to pull ahead of gold during that time period, but gold clearly was ahead during that period after the financial crisis, and that's the 5-year. But let's get a little further back. There's your gold buffalo coins, but let's look at 10 years. Now there's where gold was really doing well against the Dow. Silver didn't do as well. Look at this run here that the gold had from 2009 to 2013. Basically 6 years in a row, the gold outperformed the Dow, and by a nice margin. And you can see, even when it underperforms, it still doesn't underperform by a lot. So you've gone from at 1.6. It took 6 ounces of gold to buy the Dow. It's pretty low. That was 2011 when it hit its height. It's now up to 18, so it's more than doubled. It's almost tripled. There's your gold Philharmonic. Let's see what they look like. Come on, gotta go down there. There they are. There's your Philharmonic, and there's the orchestra instruments. Here's your 20-year chart. Now, in the 20-year chart, it doesn't look as good. Gold underperformed all throughout the 90s up until the financial crisis. And remember, you had your internet boom here. Not that the Dow is mainly composed of internet, but it did get some spillover on the tech side. Like Microsoft might have been in that. No, maybe they weren't. I'm not sure. Any event, there was significant outperformance by the Dow during the 90s up until the financial crisis, and then gold took a shine and took off against the Dow. At one point, it was 45 ounces to buy the Dow. So you see, we've gone down and we've gone up slightly not slightly, but we haven't gone to these ridiculous amounts here. This is the dot-com bubble, 1999. Would have looked a lot worse against probably the NASDAQ. Now let's look at the 40-year chart though. Now here you see, well, you had that. This is the period of the 90s, but before that, gold was the place to be from 1974 all the way through to about 1995. So for about 20 years, you had your money in gold. You beat the Dow. Now we saw it silver. Silver never had a run like that, or was outperforming the Dow. This is to me highlights that gold is far better at preserving wealth than silver. Now let's take a look at some of the fun facts I managed to pull from looking at all of these numbers. So gold has actually been up 62% of the time over the last 50 years, 47 years. It's been up 29 out of the past 47 years. That's pretty good. Silver, I think, was up 23. Silver was less than half. Gold had a 12-year winning streak from 2000 to 2014. It had a 5-year losing streak from 1988 to 1992. And its largest gain was 139%. Now that doesn't come close to silver's 374%, but also its largest loss was only 33%, and that doesn't come close to silver's 50% loss in 1981. And over 47 years, gold's performance has been about the same as the Dow. I think the Dow we saw was, what is the Dow? We'll see it down here. I think it's 3,600%. Yeah, and gold is 3,500%. Now, gold is underperforming because it doesn't have dividends, and you got to include those in the Dow. I didn't do that, but still, you could see gold has held pace with the Dow over the past 47 years. Gold was $35 an ounce in 1970. Now it's about $12.60, and gold had the longest winning streak among the Dow Jones and silver. So that 12-year winning streak beats the longest streak that the Dow ever put together or that silver put together over the past 47 years. Let's look at the Dow. We saw this yesterday, but those of you who didn't see the silver versus the Dow, I suggest you do that. We covered this part yesterday as well. And here's your Dow chart, and there's your gold chart. You can see those on the website, but you can look at that winning streak 2011 to 2012. Gold up 24, 19, 5, 18, 23, 31, 5, 24, 29, 10, 7%. All of those years gold was up. See, the Dow doesn't have a streak like that. They got a couple of red periods in here, but silver, remember the chart from yesterday, this was half red, more than half red. So the Dow's best winning streak was 9 years in a row from 91 to 99. And its worst losing streak was just 3 years from 2000 to 2002. That's pretty amazing. The biggest gain, however, though, in the Dow was only 38%, and its largest loss in 2008 was 34%. So thank you very much for listening. If you like this, please subscribe to this channel. Please consider becoming a Smaulgld patron, donating, liking, and sharing. Thank you very much.